My name is Sylvan J. Rahman. Welcome back to Intentional Wealth. Today's video, how I bought a coffee shop for $20,000. Now, how did I do that? Well, it's a strategy called owner financing. If you're not familiar with that, then go ahead and watch last week's video where I talk about what it is and how I was able to buy an investment property through that strategy. And today is about how I was able to flip that strategy from the real estate side to the business side and buy a coffee shop using owner financing. So before we get into the topic, I just want to give a shout out to Jeff. He gave us a nice comment and he asked a very important question. How are we able to find owners that are willing to do owner financing? Well, the short answer is that in the real estate market, we call these type of owners motivated sellers, and that's what you want to market to. Now, there's three ways that I can think of off the top of my head that we can market to motivated sellers. One is not directly to the motivated seller themselves, but it's actually marketing to divorce and probate attorneys. Sometimes they represent clients that need to get rid of a property, and they might be willing to give you a lead on their clients and their properties. Number two is if you have a friend that's a real estate agent and they're willing to find expired listings off the MLS and share that information with you, and you can contact the owners directly. I don't know the ethics or the legality of that, but that's something you can talk to your friend about. Number three is looking for what we call FSBO properties, otherwise known as for sale by owners. There's multiple websites where you can look at these type of listings. I think one is actually called fsbo.com. Don't quote me on that. But another great place is Craigslist. And those are three ways that you can actually market to motivated sellers. Today's topic is how I bought a coffee shop for $20,000. Now, if some of you have been following this channel for a while, you know that I bought a failing coffee shop, that it wasn't making a whole lot of money, but I went ahead and bought it anyway, and we were able to turn it around and start making profits within 8 weeks. Now, there's videos on where I talk about these subjects. The first one is called Dope, Why Did I Buy Failing Business? And the second one is called Going from Red to Black, where we talk with my partners about how we were able to turn the coffee shop around and start making a profit in 8 weeks. Some of you know that I actually invested in a coffee shop franchise about 18 months ago. Unfortunately, that first location that I invested in has yet to still open. Now, hopefully here in a few weeks, we'll get it open, and as soon as that does, I'll let you know. In the meantime, an opportunity came up to take over an existing franchise where the owners had invested over about $100,000 into opening and running this coffee shop. Now, they've had this coffee shop running almost a year, maybe a little bit more, but they weren't making a good amount of money. And they were actually wanting to get out of the coffee shop business. Well, the opportunity came up for us to buy them out, and after some discussion and talking with my partners and seeing if this was a good investment for us, seeing if we could actually be able to turn this around and do better with the coffee shop, we decided to go ahead and look at buying it. Well, after some discussion with the owners, we were able to come up with a fair purchase price of $87,000. Now, the hard part after that is, how do you close the deal? Bye-bye.
How'd you do that?
And there's multiple ways. Either I bring out $87,000 in cash and give it to them and be like, okay, now I fully own this coffee shop. The next step is I could go and look at bank financing on a commercial loan and a business loan to get this coffee shop. But you know what? There's a whole lot of paperwork through that. It's just a big, long process that I don't like. The next step was to see if they were open and willing to do an owner financing deal with us that we actually didn't think could happen, but we made it happen. Now, how did we make that happen? Well, we first asked them if they were willing to do owner financing. Once they said they were open to it, then we asked them what they thought a fair owner financing deal would be. The first offer they came back to us with was a purchase price of $87,000 with $15,000 down, leaving a full balance of $72,000. Now they wanted to close the deal in 6 months, so that means in 6 months we would have to pay $12,000 a month, and the deal would be done. The coffee shop would be fully ours. Now looking on the numbers at this coffee shop, we realized that we could not make that $12,000 payment and still run a profit. So we decided that was not going to work for us. That meant I would have to bring anywhere from $9,000 to $10,000 out of pocket every month, bringing my total investment out of pocket with that $15,000 down and another $60,000 to cover this payment. There's just no way I knew I could do that. So we said no to that first deal. What we did was we made them a counter offer of $87,000 as the full purchase price with $20,000 down, bringing a balance of $67,000 to be paid out monthly. And what we did was we asked for a payment term of 24 months. Now what that did was that dropped the monthly payments down to $2,800 a month. And now that was something we knew the coffee shop could cover. And so that is the deal we made. So when we made the counter offer, we honestly didn't think that they would accept it. In fact, my partners and I just thought, okay, you know what? We won't be able to even make a payment term of 12 months, so maybe we should just walk away. But we decided to go ahead and make them this counter offer. And sometimes you just don't know if a person is going to say yes or no unless you ask. And the thing is, you always miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. So go ahead and make the shot and see what happens. All said and done, I was able to buy this coffee shop for $20,000 because the rest of the $67,000 balance is paid by the income of the coffee shop. Meaning that's not coming from me. That's coming from the coffee shop. And that is a great deal. The reason I like doing the owner financing deal with the coffee shop is that there is no cap on the rate of return I can make. Right now, the rate of return that I'm making is a little lower, but as we do a better marketing strategy and start to get more customers in, raise our income every month, that rate of return actually grows. And what I've realized is there is no cap on how much I can make off of the coffee shop compared to a rental property. I'm definitely looking to do more owner financing deals in the future, and as I do them, I will put them up on this channel. If you liked what you've seen here today, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, share and like the video, and follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And stay tuned for more in-depth videos on owner financing in the future.
We are ready. And 3, 2, 1. Yeah.
Oh, dude. Hold on.
Okay.
I totally forgot.